Hi, I was tagged by the incredibly beautiful and lovely TammyShops to do the luxury addict tag, and she obviously knows me pretty well if she decided that I'd be a good person for this, because I do tend to be a luxury item addict sometimes. I try to balance it though. We'll see how this goes. I have the list of questions in front of me, so I will be looking down to read those, but I will do my best. I've gathered some of my answers here, and we'll see how this goes. So anyway, here we go. Let's get started. What was your first designer piece? Well, designer's kind of hard, like more luxury designer or what? But I'm gonna go with the one that I consider more of a designer piece. And this I purchased, I believe it was my sophomore year in college. I saved and I got my first piece, and it was a Gucci. I got this little Gucci, I still have it, yes I do. This little Gucci bag, I don't even know what it was called. I have no idea. This would have been in the early 80s, mid 80s. This bag here, and this was a wonderful, wonderful bag. It's still in amazing shape. I used this 24/7 for years. So it just had this cute little zip on the top and a pocket back here, like a little slip pocket with looks like an Advil in here. Okay, I don't know. It was college, friends. Okay, I have a little pocket there and this zip pocket here. So yeah, it's in really good shape still. Gosh, there isn't really hardly even any much wear on the corners too much. I'm proud of this bag. I absolutely fell in love with it. It was the perfect size. It was the perfect strap. I could go anywhere with it. This was my bag. I was so happy. So yeah, this is my very first luxury purchase. What do you consider your best investment? Okay, here it goes. Not 10 seconds after I had told the world that I really wasn't one of those people who just always thought I had to have a Chanel. I absolutely, oh my gosh, Chanel, Chanel. I thought they were lovely. I loved the story behind them. I love the whole style house. The whole deal with the beautiful items, but I was never one of, you know how you get to, there's those people who are just like, I have to have it. And then there's people who, those are lovely. And then you have those people who I couldn't care less. Well, I was on the, there's a lovely category. Not 10 minutes after I said that, I couldn't really see myself falling in love with one. The one that I always thought I would have, if I were to get one, it would have to be a classic jumbo caviar leather, black, silver hardware, single, not the double flap. Had to be single. And those are rarer than rare, especially in excellent, excellent condition. I thought, well, what are the odds that's ever going to happen? Someday in the future, if that happens, I'll be happy to get it, whatever. Not 10 seconds later, I found one. Or it found me, I don't know. So anyway, I do consider this an investment piece. Here she is, first unveiling to the world. So yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful bag. It's an excellent, excellent condition. It's everything I ever wanted. I promised myself if I ever found the exact thing, I would get it, and I did. And I am so amazingly happy. And to me, this is definitely an investment piece. So, yeah, I got one. That's my answer. What is your criteria when looking to buy a piece? For me, I am classic, classic, classic. I rarely do anything very trendy. If I do, it's just one little trendy piece, like an accessory of some sort that doesn't break the bank, because I know it's only a part-time thing and it will end soon. But basically all my things that I purchase that are, I don't want to say necessarily investment pieces too, but anything that I pay quite a bit for and it's a luxury item, I guess, I would say I go with classic. It has to be classic. It also has to be usable. I'm not one to just put it on a shelf and look at it, no matter how beautiful it may be. Some of these bags and things, I really feel like I could just decorate with them. They're so beautiful to me, but I need to be able to use them. And I do try to actually use my items too. I don't like to have something that I feel like I have to baby it to pieces. So I do take good care of my things, but I don't want to have to worry about them. There's too many other things in the world to worry about. So if I do decide on a piece, I want to use it and I want it to be classic, and I want to have the idea that I will probably want to use it forever. So that's what I choose. That's what I use to choose. What has been your stupidest, most regrettable purchase? This one was kind of tough because I do deliberate for so long and I really have those parameters. I'm not really impulsive too much on an item, especially if I spend a lot of money on it. I want to make sure it's a forever piece. So I had a hard time with this, but the one that I came up with And I mean, it's one of those to each their own, but for me, I kind of regret them, except I don't, because, because if I didn't buy this item, I would have regretted it because I wouldn't know. So anyway, I'm gonna go with bag charms. Bag charms, those lovely little, incredibly expensive doodads that you hang off your bag, and they make these lovely little clankly noises, and they look so cute. Had to have them, love them. There's another one upstairs on my Brea that I didn't bring down. It's with the silver, which I do love that one. I will always keep that one for sure. But these little guys, for what they are, to me, are extremely expensive. I mean, you put these two together, you could have a bag. If you're the type to use them and love them and it just makes your day, absolutely enjoy the heck out of them. But personally for me, they weren't worth the money. I don't use them as often as I should. This one I tend to feel embarrassed because I'm clankling everywhere. I feel like it's a cowbell. It's really not that bad. I'm exaggerating completely. It does have a little clinkety clankety, but for me, any little noise like that's a little bit, I don't know, it bothers me. I worry I'm bothering others is what it is. And then this one is really cute, and I probably would use this one more often than this one because it's adorable and it has a big V, and my last name starts with a V, so how perfect is that? And it's cute, but is it that cute? And do I use it that often? Probably not. So I'd have to say, I'm rambling, that those would be my most regrettable purchases, even though if I hadn't have purchased them, I wouldn't know that this is how I felt, but most likely I'm not going to be purchasing many bag charms in my future because I just don't use them as much as I should, having purchased them. If you have sold any of your luxury goods, have you ever had seller's regret? I've only sold one thing so far of a luxury item that I can think of that I don't have a regret. It was my Louis Vuitton Luminous in the Infini color, the very, very dark, dark blue. I have that same bag in the ombre color, which is more of a light taupey color. And I really had no need for both bags, as gorgeous as they were. I had the ombre one first, and then I saw a good deal. I bought a pre-loved on the Infini, and it was in pristine condition. It was one of those things you're like, oh my God, it's perfect. How can I turn it down? So I purchased it, found that I did not use it. I always reached for my other one. So I did sell that one, and I do not regret it at all. It was a beautiful, beautiful bag, and it deserved to be used. So I'm sure that the lovely lady that purchased it is using it. So there's that. What is a piece that you think everyone needs or should have? Okay, this is going to be controversial a little bit, I think. And again, it's because what works for you, you know? I mean, I can't definitely say that everyone should have this because it will work for everyone, but I do know that the items that I've chosen have pretty much would work for most everybody. And the items that I think that everyone needs or should have are the little pouches, any kind of a little pouch. And I'm going to go with, you know, it doesn't matter which brand. I happen to have them, quite a few from Louis Vuitton. So that's what I'm going to be speaking of, but you could substitute any other luxury brand for pouches. But pouches are life. I mean, they just can do everything. This is actually a pochette, the purse, the pochette accessoire. And I use it as like just a pouch. I took the whole handle off and I use it as like a pochette in my purse a lot of times. It just carries my everything. I also have this one that came with my bucket bag. And I think it was like 2006 or something. I bought the bucket bag. And I have used, ooh, a memory card. I use this as my camera case, actually, all the time in my purse. My camera just slips down in this when I take my vlogging camera places. This has been used probably every day of my life since 2006 or 7 or whenever it was I purchased the bag. It came with my very first Louis Vuitton bag. So this was the pouch that came with the bucket bag, and I use it for everything. It's like a mini, you can throw lipsticks and tissues, and you know, it's that junk drawer of a purse. Or you can even do one of these littler type of little pouches. These can carry, right now I have this with earbuds. People use it for their change, you know, when they don't want to put their change in their wallet. I've seen it used for many, many things, and it's adorable. It's a cute little thing. I think it's very useful. So this is another good one. Or of course the ever popular, ever wonderful little key pouch. That's what they call them now on the website. It's just key pouch. I know it's originally called a clay, which is key in French. But these are perfect. They just, right now I have like business cards, and there's my little business card thing. And like store loyalty cards, little extra ones I keep in there because I've been using a smaller wallet lately. So yeah, these are perfect. They go, you can use them as a small wallet in a tiny purse. They work. I have another one I use as my keychain. I love them. Good things. So pouches, I would say pouches are the things that most people I think should have one, at least one of, in a normal minimal size, or, you know, minimum size that would work for you. Blabbering. Okay. Okay, two more. What is a piece that you think is overhyped? Well, again, everyone has a different perspective on this kind of thing, because what I might find a little bit ridiculous, someone else would think is the Holy Grail. So, you know, it's hard to just straight out say, oh, this is awful. But one of the things that I think could possibly, I don't own one, so I don't know for sure, but I could possibly think is a little overhyped would have to be the Hermes Birkin and the Hermes Kelly, but particularly the Birkin. And my reasoning for this is, from all the things that I've seen about it, number one, it's extremely heavy. Well, not extremely heavy, but it's a heavy bag. It's a thick leather bag, so it's heavy. And then you fill it, and my gosh, it's a little less practical because there's no shoulder option. It's just hand carry and elbow, you know, crook of the arm carry. So a little bit, you know. And the fact that in order to close it, you have to go through 15 steps and 3 different buckles, and you know what I mean. It's a bit of it's kind of crazy that that was designed that way, and that I was obviously designed for someone so that it would not be closed very often. Have you ever seen anyone walking around with one closed? No, I've never. So basically the beauty of the bag to me is how it looks closed. It looks gorgeous all put together. I mean, it is gorgeous. Who is going to walk around with that thing closed and then have to open and unbuckle and slide that through and slide that through and flip that thing and through the handle and get in your bag and get out your card and pay and then put it back, and everyone in line is waiting for you and you're putting the buckles through and you're clicking it up, and that is not going to happen in real life, at least not my real life. So I can't speak for everyone. So to me, it's impractical, and basically you then have to take that flap that would normally go over and you have to put it behind, like stuff it in, so to speak, so it just stays open all the time, which then makes it lose its general look. I mean, you still have that. I mean, it still looks cute though that way, you know, open and used and stuff. I think it does look cute that way, but it loses its original look. So that's kind of strange to me. And then third, when you have that flap down there, it's really hard to get, from what I can see, really kind of hard to get into that zip pocket there too, because the flap is down there right up against it. I mean, I know you can still, but... So anyway, for those reasons, and the fact that it's so incredibly expensive, as incredibly gorgeous as that bag is, I feel that maybe it's a little overhyped. I mean, it's like one of those things where they did all these things to make it impractical and put a humongous price tag on it, and everybody wants it. And it's just like, wow, okay. It is gorgeous though, right? And so here we get to the last question. What is next on your wish list? Well, having said everything I just said, I happen to really want a Birkin. Okay, so I've lost my mind, and we're all aware of that. I know that. I would love to own one. I really would. I don't know that I would use it very often, but I would love it. I do think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous bag. I think I would want it in like a taupey color. I think that is, you know, some shade of taupey, kind of mid-tone color. Probably with silver hardware, because that's just more me. And I like that. So if one ever happened to pop up in my life that have those parameters, I could easily want to purchase that, because I do think that I would love one, even though it's all those things I just said. So there's that. And then on a more practical note, my wish list includes, right now I've got on my radar an Alma BB. I think they're just adorable. And I think that would be something I would use. And I love using my push-up Matisse, so I know that I can make myself go down to smaller things now, which is good. And the Louis Vuitton Leopard Stole, I love that piece. That's a beautiful piece, and I think I would like to have one of those someday too. So that's kind of on my radar right now too. I have a few other little things, like little doodads, but those are the two things in my mind, besides the Birkin, that I would love to actually have sometime soon. So those would be on my wish list. So anyway, that's my crazy convoluted answer line to this lovely, lovely tag. And I appreciate Tammy so much for tagging me and for saying such lovely things on her video about my channel. My channel is a little bit odd in that I don't only do luxury items. I also do a whole bunch of other like lifestyle travel and whatnot, and have been known to make applesauce on my channel. So if you're here just for the luxury items, I will always, always label those videos as such. you'll know right away if it has to do with horses or cooking or travel or whatever. I will put it right there in the title. It won't be confusing, so you'll know to look just for the luxury items if that's what you're looking for. So anyway, I just want to put that out there. And again, thank you, Tammy, so much. I tag any one of you out there who hasn't already been tagged and would like to do this video, or at least just tell me in the comments how you would answer some of these questions, because I would love to know. This is fun. I love these things. So again, thanks so much, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Bye.